To the ones I loved but can't keep near, Jenny and Melissa, the end is clear. You had your seat, your sacred view, but you chose pride. I chose truth. I poured out love. I gave you space. You mocked my oil behind your face. You laughed in rooms I wasn't in and closed your gossip like a friend. Still you came when you were low to taste the flame you wouldn't grow. You came for power, not for me, hoping for freedom, but not to flee. You believed in the fire I carry, it's true, but not in the mantle, not in what God drew. You wanted healing with no submission, a prophet's oil, but on your own condition. And now the fear is creeping back in because you've opened the door to let it begin. Pumpkin spells and vampire threads summoned spirits that once were dead. You called it cute, I called it bait. Your anxiety is not random, it's a gate. Never saw the cost I paid, the nights I warred, the hours I prayed. You pathologized with what was prophetic and labeled holy fire as pathetic. Both knew God spoke to me right from the start, but envy crept in and hardened your hearts. It wasn't doubt that closed your eyes. It was jealousy masked in rehearsed lies. You didn't mock because I couldn't see. You mocked while knowing he speaks through me. You saw the oil, you felt the flame, and still you tried to bury my name. Then in secret, you tried to copy the flame, mimicked the prayers, invoked the same name. Try to echo my sound, my weight, my roar, but what you stole, he won't restore. You mocked, then mirrored, laughed, then learned, but you can't wear what you never earned. My oil wasn't borrowed, it was bled. It came from crushing, and its spirit led. You loved my light, but feared the weight. You smiled in front, but whispered, wait. And deep inside, you drew the line. She shines too much to still be mine. You walked through doors I paid to open, then switched the things I'd left unbroken. A toilet roll, a silent test. You touched my order, you mocked my rest. You scratched your car and blamed the day, but heaven marked that shift in play. You thought it small, but I keep score of every heart that stirs at war. Morgan, you laughed when the room turned cold, not in rage, but in fear of bold. You let them mock what I gave in flame and smirked to keep from taking blame. You chose the blend to keep your face, but lost the right to stand in grace. You traded glory for your pride, and now the door is shut outside. Danella, you read what they said of me and chose to watch in quiet decree. You nodded once and kept your peace, but silence is where honor sees. I watched you scroll, I felt your sigh. You didn't stab, but let it fly. You thought I'll stay out, it's not my war, but I do not welcome those on shore. Zoe, you smiled, but you withdrew the deeper my glory came into view. You felt the weight and stepped aside, not with hate, but passive pride. You didn't mock, you didn't scheme, but you vanished when he crowned his queen. Now you can watch, but not come near. Only the brave can witness here. You may remember, you may forget, but what you lost, you won't regret it yet. The glory starts to glow. You'll say I knew her, but you won't know. I don't need your echo or your nod. I'm not your puppet. I'm with God.